Welcome to KiddNation Extra Friday edition. Just before we go off, it's the weekend. Father's Day weekend. Don't forget to buy your dad a gift.
That's right.
He doesn't like anything.
Your dad doesn't like anything?
I asked him what he's doing Sunday. He goes, you can come over here. I'm going to be watching the U.S. Open. I'm like, okay.
There you go.
Well, that's
Do
what
that with him.
That's what he wants to do.
Buy him a putter.
FaceTime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just wants. Sometimes they want alone time. Maybe that's what they want. But at least a card or show them that something.
I think fathers are so used to being overlooked, they just convince themselves they don't care.
Yeah. I mean, if you see any sign from any athlete on the sideline, it always says, hi, Mom. It
Yeah.
never says, hi, Dad.
Never hi, Dad.
We're used to it.
Yeah, I wonder why that's the case. I mean, sometimes, some of the athletes didn't grow up with a dad, so I
Yeah.
understand why they say hi, Mom.
Yeah.
But I did see that. Oh, man, I wish I had that story in front of me.
Which one?
About dads.
That story about dad?
Well, it was a story about dads that I want to bring up, but I can't find it anymore.
Yeah.
But it was just,
there's always next Father's Day.
I kind of touched on it during the show, but it's the statistical breakdown on how many dads say they tell their family, "No, you don't have to get me anything."
But
it's
really
like
want something.
it's like when a girl tells you, "No, don't get me anything for our anniversary." When that means
You better
get me
get
At
something.
least do like a little breakfast in bed for dad, or maybe, all of it, set him up in the recliner with all of his favorite things. Dad, you get to watch whatever you want, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Dad in my house always controlled the channels.
Yeah. Well, I was the remote when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Come change the channel on the TV.
Yeah.
Because Dad's comfortable in that recliner.
Speaking of dads, though, there is an upward trend when it comes to being better fathers. Parenting Magazine came out with an article that said that 2/3 of dads believe that they're simply better parents than their own fathers were. And that's because they're more emotional, they're more invested in the kids' lives. Back in the day, dads would just go to work, come back, and then if you're in trouble, they would get you in trouble. But now dads are actually taking the time
That's cool.
to be more involved in their kids'
Good.
lives, which is a good thing, I would think.
See, and I don't, I always tell you, like, I'm not, like, dying to get married and I don't have baby fever. But when I see, like, a cute dad being really sweet with his kids, I love it. I'm like, oh.
Like that dad that was doing the ballet with the daughter that had stage fright the other day. That was a cool picture, cool video.
Yeah.
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 He must have had really good seats. He needs to give me tips on how to get those.
JC, my mom said something to me last night about we were talking about parents and how hard it is. Like, I was just saying my life's so drama free that I don't have issues with other kids' parents,
Yeah.
all the drama that happens in school. And my mom's like, I don't remember my dance recitals or being that bad as it was going to Chloe's.
Yeah, they reached out to the dance studio, which they did fine. I mean, they taught
Did
the
they
kids how
hear
to
you
dance.
talking about it?
Yeah, they heard me talk. They reached
Good.
out and they said, "Hey, man, we're really sorry. It was a different venue, and I guess
They need to figure it out.
that's what they said they're going to work on. They said
know?
they should have had more people out there because as soon as they opened up the gates, it just the people that were in the back said,
Yeah.
"Screw the people in the front. Let's cut them off." And
Wow.
It was
it
like
just
Walmart on a Black Friday.
yeah, it was just you don't and I think they just didn't go out there because you don't expect adults
It's horrible.
to behave this way.
It's horrible, yeah.
And not an event like that. That's
Right.
for the kids. It's a cute event.
Because it would be the equivalent of when kids go off to lunch, and you know how they get in line at the cafeteria. Remember, you get in line at the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Do the kids herd around the cafeteria lady, the lunch lady?
I
No,
don't think so.
they
Someone
stay
keeps them in
Single
order.
file.
They stay in line, single file line, and they go through the line.
Think about airline boarding. This week, with my last travel experience was the worst. Again, but people just stand there and you already have assigned seats.
The worst is when you're sitting. Because I was
just
flying.
want to rage.
I was flying American, and I was Group 6 because now they have like 9 groups. So I'm Group 6, which is I think the most normal group. That's the average group. And I'm standing behind this lady, and we're not moving. And then I hear Group 7, and I looked at her. I was like, "Ma'am, you didn't go." And she goes, "Oh, I'm Group 9." I'm like, "What are you doing standing in the line right here?" Out of the way. Like I missed my seat.
You don't want to. You want to be the first one of the group 9.
Yeah. Jeez, like what are you doing? And now another person that irritates me now on the plane. I'm sorry, we're getting into irritation.
That's fine. It is the most irritating situation.
We're heading into the weekend.
I
You're
know.
starting off in a grumpy mood.
But now I have this. It's on the tip of my
I'm starting to
tongue.
stress now, JC. I have so many flights coming
It's on the
up.
tip of my tongue, so I need to get this out so I'll feel better.
Tell us.
When you're sitting down, the plane lands, the little ding goes off. That means you can get off the plane.
Yep.
And here comes Miss Busybody just tumbling down the lane.
She's got a connection.
No, everybody's home. There's no connecting flight. She's just making her way, pushing past everybody when we're just trying to get our luggage.
How do you know she didn't have a connection?
You save 10 seconds by doing that, if that.
Well, I'm just saying, if she has a connection, she's running late.
Here's what the planes do when they have a connection. They say, hey, everybody,
Yeah.
please stay seated. We
Well,
have some
they don't
connecting
And no
flights.
one listens to
Nobody
that.
listens to that.
And then those people can get off and do it. This lady was just getting out. And then I saw her in the parking lot going to her car.
Maybe she had to pee.
She did not. It happens more often than you think. These people just try to barge on through. Like, you're in seat 30. Take your time.
Maybe her
yeah.
husband
Yes.
is in the hospital
Right.
and she has to get to him as
Right.
quickly as
No,
possible.
Maybe we don't need to
Then
make
that's
excuses.
what you say as you're bumbling down the aisle. My husband's in the hospital.
Yeah.
You tell everyone.
Because then they act like they don't see. They're just, and then they stop because the line started. And I'm like, okay, that saved you 5 seconds. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Y'all got it all off your chest now?
Yeah, man.
Y'all feel better?
I feel so much better
It's just
now.
the weekend.
Oh, man.
It's the
I feel
weekend.
better.
All
I'm going to
right.
go see Incredibles 2 today, so I'm happy.
Good.
You can't bring me down right now. Let's get to the question of the day.
All right.
Stacy wrote us, and if you want to be the question of the day, drop it in the comment section. Hopefully we'll get to you on Monday. But Stacy wants to know, what are your biggest or immediate deal breakers in potential relationships? All right. Kelly and I are married. Not to each other, but we're married.
Well, you can still go.
But I
with-
had those.
Yeah.
And my number one deal breaker where I would 100% break up with a girl on the spot
I know what it is.
if she smoked cigarettes.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
If she smoked cigarettes, I broke up with a girl as soon as I saw her light one up once. I was like, I'm done.
I'm good with
That was my immediate deal breaker.
Yeah, I don't like it when people are rude to wait staff. That's a really bad sign
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, just overall douchebagginess.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm out.
Right. I don't like over excessive makeup for casual setting. You know what I'm saying? Like
Too much makeup?
If we're going to the dog park, there's no need to spend 30 minutes putting stuff on.
Yeah. You look over, she looks like a wax figure melting.
Yeah, I don't know why. That's one of those things that kind of bothers me.
Didn't you also have one that if the girl said the plural of text
Yeah, when you
as
send
Texas?
yeah. Sending,
So specific.
I have to go. I have to send. I didn't get your Texas.
Yeah.
You didn't get my what? Your Texas. No, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
No, you're the multiple text
Yes,
messages
Grammar
that
King.
I sent.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
care. That's mine.
Yeah, that's ours. They asked, what is ours?
That's my thing.
You know, you couldn't date
that
Nick-
girl was a almost J-Lo lookalike.
Uh-huh.
Did not date her anymore.
You know who else you couldn't date then?
Who?
Cardi B.
Yeah,
'Cause she
you're-
says it in her
but
song.
She's so cute,
So you'd make an exception for her.
and she's rich.
Bad breath would do it for me in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but you can get that fixed.
No,
Sometimes.
not when it smells like death.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Who you date?
Have you had a death breath?
A death breath.
Yeah, or just like a guy talking to me at a bar. Not like I've been on a date with a guy. I wouldn't
Right.
get that far. You know, like if you're talking to me and I can smell how bad your breath is, I'm just I can never get over that.
And
Yeah.
sometimes you have to blame it on alcohol. One of my favorite drinks is vodka sugar-free Red Bull.
Uh-huh.
But Red Bull makes your breath stank.
It does?
Yes.
Oh, I
sir.
didn't know that.
Oh my God.
It's killing your insides.
Yeah.
My favorite is when I see girls being savages at the bar. Because I did see a guy close talking to a girl a few years ago, and she made something, and she made like a face or something where it got him to respond like, "Are you okay?" And she goes, "Your breath is disgusting."
Never say that.
Oh man, it was one of
You know
those
what?
girls that pitied no fool.
And it could have been a life-changing moment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where he'll
that's
later
true.
think back to that and say, I want to thank that lady.
Uh-huh.
I
You know?
guess. I mean,
You
yeah,
never
maybe
know.
it fixed whatever he had going on, but you could tell the guy was so taken back by that comment that he was like, "Oh." He just turned around and walked away.
Yeah.
Didn't say anything back to her because he didn't want to spray her
You
with the
suck
breath.
on a lemon, dude.
Yeah. Does that help? The lemon suck?
It has to help.
Yeah.
Can't hurt.
Can't hurt.
Oh, there's wedding photos outside, y'all?
Yeah, they're taking pictures outside. Oh, look at that. The couple.
Looking good.
Engagement couple.
She wearing a
good.
sexy dress.
Yo. Man, my dude's wearing a jacket right now,
Maybe that's honeymoon
and
dress.
it's 86 degrees. Oh, and they got a little flower girl. All right, Kid Nation.
Are they getting married?
No, they're just taking pictures.
Well, nobody else can see them but us.
But
So.
they've a flower girl with them, so.
Well, it's probably
Maybe it's their daughter.
They have a little
Or one
daughter.
of them, yeah.
Oh, maybe
But she's dressed like a flower girl.
Yeah.
They look cute. All right, next week, Kid Nation, we got Beat the Bank coming up. 2 shots to win up to $1,000 every day during the week. Michael Che's going to join us on the show from Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update. Mm-hmm. I think he's done maybe like 1 or 2 skits. Maybe we'll talk to him about his boy Pete Davidson
All right.
Yeah.
and his boy Colin Jost. Both of those guys dating superstars.
Yeah.
And the regularly scheduled program next week. Anything I missed that we need to touch on?
Did you mention Meet the Bank?
Dad fails.
Oh yeah.
Father's Day fails.
If you mess up for Father's Day, we will have you call in on Monday and let us know how that fail went. because fails are funny.
If you feel yourself failing, just go ahead and fail bigger.
Just make it bigger.
A better story for the radio.
Think about us.
All right, and have a wonderful weekend.
Happy Father's Day.
Unless you're traveling and you have that barger going on in the middle of the Nile on the plane.